Soul Garden.
Hello, Ambassador Gemini. Welcome to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. This is for the week of December 12, 2011. My name is Christopher Witecki. And speaking to me, many people have emailed. Here's the official answer. Yes, I'm doing personal readings again on Skype or over the phone, and I'm doing a reading special. Right now, this week, up until New Year's Eve, if you buy a 1-hour reading, you'll get a free 30-minute follow-up in 2012. I only do this once a year because they sell out really quickly. So buy yourself the gift that keeps on giving into another lifetime at soulmart.me/Christopher. All right, I've done my piece. Now the Geminis, where are they? Well, they are working on relationships this month. As we start the week, we're in Chapter 3 of Sun in Sagittarius. Now last week is about getting your will and consciousness toward a win-win relationship. What does that mean? That's how you treat yourself, but it comes down to literally long-term partnerships and relationships, girlfriends and boyfriends and significant others, and anyone you're in long-term partnership with. So business partners and BFFs sometimes that are just there for each other. So this week, it's about following or getting emotional follow-through. Can you get your emotions behind breaking up with that person or behind marrying that person? Can you get your emotions behind supporting yourself? A lot of Gemini stuck in the very bottom of this lesson, which is being there for yourself, how you relate to yourself. Are you fair to yourself? Which means, is your life fair? So as we start off on Monday, the moon is in Cancer, so emotions are really focused on your soul capital. You are feeling what you are worth or what you deserve on Monday, and you're playing that into this month's lesson. Hey, I deserve this. So your feelings, you may think a relationship is fair, but your feelings may be saying on Monday, no, it's not. It doesn't feel fair. Why doesn't my emotions follow up with that? And that's what a lot of this week is about. You want to get your emotions behind committing to what it takes to commit. And so if you have old wounds from old relationships or hang-ups or times you let yourself down, these must be worked through during the course of the week to get your emotions on that goal for Sunday, to get behind you. So Monday, really feeling out that context. Tuesday, things really take a shift. The moon goes into Leo. A shift. Came a little fast. A shift. The moon moves into Leo, which really changes the dynamics of things. And most importantly, your home planet Mercury goes direct. Okay? So for starters, with Mercury going direct, you will suddenly start to think inside in again. You know, when Mercury is retrograde, this is a time where Geminis question themselves heavier than usual. This is when your twins flip around, where we see the other side of the Gemini come out and show its true colors. So now it's going back in the closet, and now the you we're used to comes forward, and you stop questioning yourself. So you're certainly feeling a lot sharper in being direct and whatnot. And emotions go to Leo. So your emotions in Leo, the moon in Leo, means that emotions and your intellect get on the same team. So I think for Geminis, a real eye-opener on Tuesday. Mercury direct and emotions getting sharp in the third house, and you really are feeling it, and I think you're probably feeling more in control or in the control seat than you have in a long time come Tuesday. Wednesday, well, just when you had control, breakdown. We have our final breakdown. Uranus ruling the day on Wednesday. This may mean the final straw with a given relationship. This might mean the final straw, I don't want to be alone anymore. It is that final straw that pushes you to see what you were not seeing, pushes you to look at evidence you weren't looking at. Of course, this is the first Uranus day where Mercury is direct, so you're really seeing clearly. Could be a huge eye-opener, unfortunately, for those. But by Thursday, certainly, with Mercury ruling the day and the moon still in Leo, so you're still processing feelings, you're still processing intellect, certainly by Thursday, breakthrough. All right, this is what is fair. This is what my relationship should be. This is what a marriage should be, etc. Now, in the background, a big part of this story is Mars. And on Friday, that comes to light. On Friday, the moon moves into Virgo, pulling Geminis into nesting and resting. So emotions are asking the question of Gemini, hey, are you taken care of? Are your needs taken care of? Have you been there for yourself? Are your partners helping you nurture? Are your partners taking away from self-nurturing? Right? Maybe a partner has so much need all the time, you never have time to take care of yourself. So Friday, when emotions move into this self-care, it either gets really sour if you've not been emotionally nurturing yourself this whole month. Well, now it catches up to you. You get sour. There's an emotional breakdown. The moon hits Mars. You might flare up. That little kid just acts out because you're tired, you're hungry, etc. If you have been good to yourself, then real clarity as the moon crosses Mars on Friday. Real clarity, and we'll be able, of course, extra with texting in GA if you're watched over by GA. You'll have some extra digital hand-holding on Friday because it's really about seeing clarity. But this fire up in am I nurtured or not is probably a big straw breaker for you in relationships, the Sun and Sag. So that gives a final kind of affirmation about being on the right side of things or not the right side of things when it comes to learning about relationships. Then on the weekend, things really wrap up, both from a calendar perspective, it's the weekend, and astrologically. Saturday, a very cloudy day, a nesting day. We'll be texting you to take care of yourself and just give to yourself. Take Saturday off if you can, frankly. I think you're going to need it, because on Sunday, some serious decisions. First of all, on Sunday, the Sun ruled by Saturn, wanting from Geminis a commitment, not so much to the world but to yourself, about what marriage and partnership will be, what fairness is, what you will be to yourself first before you are to someone. What is marriage? What is partnership? And what do you want it to be? That is a private decision that happens on Sunday. Do not involve significant others in that decision. It's about you. Here's why. The moon also moves into Libra, which ignites your inner child. So your inner child comes in and votes how you feel on Sunday. Your inner child saying, yeah, I want relationships that are this, and I thought marriage would be that. That's my inner child voice. But see Saturn in this space, being fair to your inner child, getting your life on your personal heart's dream path. This has been a theme since 2011. So this long 2.5, 3-year theme chimes in and votes on Sunday emotionally about what a relationship should be as far as fairness or fair not. So the universe is very fair to us in making sure the important states of awareness chime in on this decision. All right, one last thing for those of you who like mystery. I know you do, Gemini. I'm teasing you. Hey, we've got our new 2012 videos coming out. This is called 2012 Act 1. I'm doing a 4-part series in 2012 with each of the signs and all the benchmarks of when they need to make changes. Now that video is not ready yet, but I released 2011. So for those of you who didn't buy it last year or who weren't in Soul Nirvana, you might want to check out and see how accurate I was or wasn't predicting 2011 for you as we wrap up this year. And these are being housed for free at Soulmart. Just go to soulmart.me/2012 and you can see your 11 videos. Hope to see you then. All right, Ambassador, that's all I have for this week, but I will see you again in 7 days or less. Until then, live, love, be.